Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is MW7 Gaming, and we're playing some MechWarrior 5, Mercenaries. This is the DLC, Heroes of the Inner Sphere, and we are playing essentially a modded version. Well, it's not essentially modded, it is a modded version. It's a really modded version, where our primary, our theme for this one is Xenopac's Unification and 330's pilot. What did they call it? The 330's pilot overhaul, I think is what it's called. And so, yeah, I've been having a good time with it. However, it has been over a week since I last played MechWarrior. Since then, I have spent a little bit of time really addicted to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, which is the new Pathfinder out. And I've had one of those weeks that has me seriously I don't even know what word I was going to come out of my head. Out of my mouth. That's how bad of a week it's been. Contemplating resigning. So yeah, I don't have any idea where we are in this game at the moment. I can tell you that Charles had asked about finances because I'm broke all the time. I don't play the game on stream the way you should play it from a financial standpoint. That's just, let's be fair. I think generally speaking, in vanilla anyway, the best way to play contracts is to take the money over the salvage. Especially early on. Low-level mechs aren't very expensive, and you rarely get much of them, and a bunch of tier 0 stuff is worth nothing, right? You really are better off taking the money, especially in early game, and taking 1 point in insurance, right? 400,000 in insurance versus, you know, maybe equivalent of 250 in cash, and that way you're covered. However, I think it adds a more interesting randomness to a YouTube series to do more salvage than cash, because then you get what you get. You know, you never know what you are going to get. You know, it's like a box of chocolates and all that, right? Stupid is as stupid does. So I just think it's a slightly more interesting version than buying this stuff. Also, it's more exciting than waiting for me to travel from sector to sector to sector to sector. We do that on occasion, trying to find an individual mech or pilots or whatever the case may be. I just don't think it's that exciting to watch. But it is definitely a better way to play the game if you're worried about finances. Finances in this game aren't really all that hard, honestly. Generally, because I do use salvage, I generally do have a full load of crap that can be sold on a moment's notice. It kind of builds up, and I'll sell it all. Our cash will look really good, and then I'll buy a mech, and you won't notice that cash. Our cash will always look low. We're tier 0 laser, medium laser rich, and cash poor most of the time. But, you know, it is what it is. Don't do it the way I do it. The other thing is, for this series with Pilot Overhaul, I've spent a fair amount of time just camped at a city, not doing missions, waiting for pilots to train and do their things, just so we can kind of get the most out of the quirks and the way that works. And that means that, you know, occasionally I might roll through you know, an entire full period of pay, right? You know, that could be an extra 586,000 credits right there that could disappear without me even attempting to do a mission. The thing to keep in mind, though, is if you do money and you fly around and buy stuff, is that there are travel costs, right? You know, that adds up reasonably quickly. So there are some additional costs in doing that we don't necessarily see a lot of the time. If you're only doing salvage, you can stay out in the field for a long time, do your missions, and not have to go back, have minimal travel, and what you get is essentially just profit, right? You don't have that additional cost of traveling. However, if you are using 330's Pilot Overhaul, and those pilots might have to rest for 58 days or for 103 days to train or detrain, untrain a quirk, then that's a really good time to do that shopping and that buying. You come to your first system, you do your training on your pilots, you look to see what you need, and the whole monitor just flickered for some reason. I don't know if it showed up in an OBS or not. But then while you're traveling, your pilots are taking care of that training time, their healing time before they're available again. So there's a good mix of that, actually, that plays in really well with 330s and going money first and doing shopping and buying. Charles did point out that once you get along the tier 0, as you go up in tiers, the cost of the items within this mod particularly go up dramatically. So maybe that early on, you know, when you're fighting locusts and javelins and stuff like that, or hordes of tanks or warrior helicopters, that maybe you're better off just taking cash. But as the game goes on, and when you're beginning to realistically see tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 items on a regular basis, then maybe you change that strategy and you go into more of a salvage strategy. Financially, that's probably the best idea, but it's not how I've done it, partially just because I think it's more fun, more interesting for the YouTube to do it this way. And I haven't really had problems. Like I say, we got 4 million now, but we could easily sell stuff, right? So let's take a look at what we do have, because I don't remember. We have our Black Knight. We have our Thunderbolt. Did you guys see the Thunderbolt? I know I bought this. Ooh, I think this is a mech I bought, and I don't remember when or where we bought it, but it's relatively new. You can see right now it's set up with 2 medium rifles. I did swap out the PPC for an ER PPC because we had one. It has AMS LRM5. I might have been missing AMS ammo for it, though. Did I get some? Yes, I managed to find some AMS ammo. Okay. I think that's why I'm actually on this world, is I was looking for AMS ammo specifically. We still do have the 2 Hunchbacks. This one is lasers and medium rifle LRM-20. This one is LRM-20 Rack 5 and some lasers. We have the Blackjack still, which I haven't run in quite a while. We might have to get it out. He's set with AC5s and short burst mediums. Our Javelin, small and medium pulse lasers. Catapult right now is LRM-15s, 2 AMS, medium short burst, and a couple machine guns. I had some thoughts on that, and I don't remember what they were. I know I was thinking about changing something, and potentially the machine guns would be dropped. I think I was looking at LRM-20s on it, but I don't think we're to a point where LRM-20s are still the best bet, unless potentially they're LRM-20 streams, because that gets you a smaller spread, right? The missiles go one in at a time. So we might do LRM-20 streams, but I think probably if it's just a regular LRM-20, I think the LRM-15s are still better. However, these are tier 0, and I just haven't found many of them. We'll get back to that in a second. We do still have the Shadowhawk, medium lasers, the medium howitzer, LRM-5, good one, and 1 jump jet just to get up and down the occasional hill. Not a big hill, obviously, with that. Riflemen running AC5s, large and medium lasers, and our Warhammer, which has 2 PPCs at the moment and 4 heavy machine guns, and absolutely destroy stuff with those 4 heavy machine guns. They might be a little bit overpowered, but they do overheat really quickly, so maybe not. You might be better off with like 6 heavy machine guns if you can get them, and just all heat sinks at that point. Because of the additional ranges in this game, heavy machine guns become a much more viable weapon source, because you're not so limited in range. Their only negative is heat and ammunition. And heat is, if that's all you've got on them, you've got plenty of. I mean, if we drop 2 PPCs, you know, and then add 2 more, if we could, we can't add 2 more heavy machine guns and then just all heat sinks. Yeah, we would be fine. So anyway, that is what we've got. Let's go ahead and take a look at missiles, because I think that is the next thing I want to do. There is an LRM-15 stream that's a tier 2 here, and 4 LRM-320s, a tier 2, and a tier 1 stream. These are 1 million less. Let's see, rate of fire 12, let's see, what are we looking at heat damage wise? 40, 42. I'm going to go with these. I'm going to spend 1 million right now. Let's swap it out. We'll dump the machine guns, probably, I think is what I need to do on that battle mech. And then we'll kind of go from there. So let's drop that and that. And let's go over here. Yeah. 1, 2. That puts us over. Oh, that puts us over a lot. Okay. I think this is the bug we just saw, right? How much is an LRM-15? It weighs 7 tons. These weigh 10 tons. No, they are legitimately 6 tons heavier. Ooh, that's a lot. How do we get past that? If we get rid of the machine guns, get rid of the machine gun ammo, how much do AMS weigh? They weigh a ton total, so I think we're fine with that. We only have 1 ton total of ammo for them, 2 half tons, because that's what I had. And I don't mind the extra spots. It's a little bit annoying for crits, but it is what it is. I don't know that we need more than 1,000 rounds, so we could potentially lose half a ton there. I think These weigh more? No, they're still just 1 ton. I think I do still want... I think I'm just going to lose a heatsink. I'm going to put a half ton in the head of ammo there. I'm going to put a heatsink in the leg, just because I think heatsinks belong in legs. But I also like ammo in legs, so go figure. And we'll do something like that. That says it's going to increase our damage by 21. It might actually be more than that, because again, we're not going to have the spread from the LRM-15. So we might get more work done on small and medium mechs with the stream, regardless of size, than we were on our LRM-15s. So we'll see. We got our all sorts of ears. Big ears and then some antennas or little horns maybe. Anyway, our pilots I think are okay. Let's go take a look at the pilot roster. You're good. You're good. You're training for 48 more days, 48 more days, 48 more days. I did, by the way, figure out what the 108 days. See, remember I told you that? 72, 72. So we've got a lot of training time in here. But in 48 days, we will have 4 pilots that we can use. Now, I did figure out what this is right here. It gives you another positive quirk spot. So if you do that, 157 days, you'll get an additional spot, which could get you anywhere from, you know, kind of 1 to potentially 6 additional points on top of what you have. It might still be cheaper and faster just to get better pilots when you can find them. We don't have them here. So we've got 48 days. We are due some money in 70. Let's go and take a look at the star map and see if we've got some missions we would rather do. I do have a high reward quest here. I looked at doing one that the level 8 stuff we're not quite ready for. We're not quite heavy for. I tried doing them off camera, and we're not ready for it. We have the reputation, but oddly enough, we don't have the weight. I came in underweight every time, and we kind of got our butt kicked. So I think we're still better off, you know, maybe with a level 7, if we can find that. Those are all level 8. Those are level 7 up there. I mean, we can look here. Difficulty 45, difficulty 42. It may be that if we went into something with just a lower difficulty, something around 40, we might be better off. But I think I'm gonna, there's a 43, a 41, a 41, 46. Let's go ahead and go to here. Let's go to Harlock. And that's going to take us 48 days, conveniently enough. We'll try to take that level 41 difficulty mission. I think it was a patrol. And then we can, but before we jump into it, we can take a look and see what the difficulties are in the level 7s. As I say, at the moment, I think we're better off there. Let's come up here. It's a rescue. So that's difficulty 31. That's a pretty significant difference. 34. High reward quest up there. A duel, a war zone, and a raid. I'm not sure which. There's a high value there, which we're not ready for. A battlefield there, a war zone there. Let's maybe do a war zone and a battlefield, because potentially those could be good mech salvage ones. Having trouble staying in camera today. And then we can see what this high value one is. And we'll kind of run that way. We might be close enough here. Let's see what the mission is. Uprising Quelled, a couple LRM-15s. Good ones. Some heat sinks. Okay, we'd probably do that one. We'll see how it goes. Although it's probably now a difficulty 8 because we took it when we're 8. So we probably still need to wait a little bit. GM reveals the Blackjack 1DC. Should we check it out in the timeline? Not the timeline, the news. New variant. The once poorly regarded mech's been given a second wind. Increased lethality, replacing jump jets for 2 small lasers and additional heatsink. I don't know. I'm not sure that does much for it. All right, let's take a look at contracts. We have a war zone and a heavy recon. We're going to take the war zone. We'll go ahead and take our damage coverage. I don't think with the war zone the airstrike support's super useful. We've got 4 additional points. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so out of those 4 points, each point is giving us 250,000. All right. So let's look to see what we can get per salvage point, what that looks like. So we've split it right here. And we'll just kind of take we'll take a look at that. Now this is suggested tonnage of 190. That we shouldn't actually have a problem with. We're at 240 right now. Wow, that one I did the other day was like 260 or 270, something like that, and we just didn't have enough. Like I went as big as I could go, and we were still 10 or 20 tons under. And now I'm kind of wondering about what the difficulty level of that one was. Okay, so I am set up on the Thunderbolt right now. It's kind of I'm going to give somebody else this mech. I think it's a good mech, and I like it a lot, but it's 1, 2, 3. It's 4 weapon systems. Anything over 3 kind of gives me trouble with the mouse. I can do it. Now we'll go with it. I want to see the ERPPC. I take it back. I changed my mind. Got the Black Knight. We've got the Hunchbacks. We've got LRM-20s on them. Let's see if that's how we decide we want to do it. Let's close. If we were to go with our new catapult with the LRM-2015s, and then, I mean, we could have taken these LRM-20 STs off, but we'd put them on here. So that it is what it is. I think I prefer... What if we go big? This one is 65, 75, 70. What would I want to run if I don't do that? We could run the Rifleman, which is 60. I'm actually honestly thinking about running the Shadowhawk to run the Howitzer, which obviously is not big, but it's fun. So we've got a Black Knight, UAX, mediums, SRM-6. Energy and heavy machine guns. We'll see how the AI does with this. I've been playing it, and it just absolutely destroys stuff. And then that. So this was just energy and projectile. So let's see who we want for that one. We don't have everybody back yet, but we got almost everybody. Fry's the only one back there. He's good with missiles and energy, so that might be a good pilot for the catapult. So who do we have here? 6 and 7 is pretty good. 11 and 9 for Sumner is great. I think we go there. I think here we go Fry for that. He can get up to 13 and 15, which is spectacular. And this one's kind of a mix of stuff. More energy than anything else. So maybe we go Elim and work on that 13, try to get him up to 13 as well. On the other hand, it is a heavy machine gun build, and so maybe we would rather work on the 11 there. She's already got a 6, which is what he has already, and a 5, but her machine guns are going to go up faster. He's got better defense. He's better in the long run by 11 points. Let's just go with Elim. And so that gets us up to 265. So yeah, maybe we could do 280, and I was under still. Now I wonder what the heck that mission was I took. Anyway, we're ready up.
We have the opportunity to pull off a big payday if we can maintain this position beyond what our contract stipulates, Commander. That said, Farhad will never shut up about it if your mechs return to the hangar looking like Swiss cheese.
We don't care about Farhad. All right. Let's find an easy path up here. Easy path is jump jets. For us, anyway. And we'll go tick this one over and see what we got to do. Obviously, 15 salvage isn't going to do much as far as a mech for us, but we can still look to see kind of what the salvage points break down cost-wise. Charles was saying that gear beyond tier 0 was actually looked to be worth more than mechs were per point. And we've been taking mechs and selling them, so maybe that's a mistake. All right, now we just gotta wait for somebody to show up to shoot. I just think the howitzer is a fun weapon. That's really all we're gonna do with this. I'm not a huge fan of Shadowhawks in general. We got a couple over here. We've got what?
Target mech spotted.
Locust and Javelin. Okay.
Raptor unit prosecuting mercenary mechs.
Ah, missed him. There's some missiles. There's my missiles. Oh, he ran to the other side? Ah, darn it.
Mech forces spotted operating in the area. Watch out for them.
Tango.
Let's get some of these out of the sky. Igor's okay.
Enemy destroyed.
All right, they did a good job with those. I love it when the AI knocks off helicopters like that for us. Okay, so we got some tanks out here somewhere. And did we get the mechs? I don't know. We're up to 7. Yeah, probably.
Reinforcements are spotted in the area. They look like they're heading your way.
Ah, it was too low. Missiles got him. All right, we got somebody back over this direction. The music's going. I'm gonna go right down the road here. Sorry about your building, dude. Oh, we got people everywhere. All right. 1, 2. Lost the lock there. Can we get that before we move out? No. Ah. I mean, we still did a lot of damage, but we didn't do what I wanted to. We get that spider yet? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna come. Let's get these tanks out of the way.
Ah, there. It's one of the more tanks.
Oh, well, good.
Destroy it.
Those are 10 missile carriers. That's taken care of. All right, now we've got this dude. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can put some howitzer damage on him.
Your resistance is pulling in more hostiles.
It's going to be difficult while he's behind there. Oh, we've got 2 mediums. And we've still got a light in here somewhere. Well, we more or less took an arm off of a torso off of him with the one shot. And it looks like they finished him, maybe? Oh, we got helicopters. That's fine. Ah! You are better off aiming at their feet with that thing, because if you miss it, you're in trouble.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Did they get the helicopters? I think all the helicopters are down. They did good. That Griffin is just about done.
I'm no good here. Time to punch out.
Yeah, you are done. All right, let's see if we can come up here. See, I took out 2 buildings, but missed him with my howitzer. However, we're able to sneak some missiles around the corner there. That was fun.
New target, Vulcan.
All right, where is he? There we go. That one hit. Pretty much all his CT just disappeared with that shot. Hit a couple buildings there. Let's see if we can sneak around. He's killable with the lasers now. Where is he? There's some missiles in on him. There's some more missiles in on him. He's into the sun.
Jump jet fuel low.
Mission complete.
Got him. All right, we're in pretty good shape.
Bonus pay.
Let's retreat this direction towards the base a little bit.
Have a sizable hold of this area.
And we'll
To the mark nav point when you're ready for evac.
get shot up a bunch.
Target destroyed.
AC2s.
Target destroyed.
Keep going.
Target destroyed.
Got a couple mechs here.
Target spider.
Ah! There's not a torso, and I missed it completely, but he went down really fast.
Go smoked.
Let's see if we can get in on this fire starter here.
New target fire start.
Shoot his feet. Yeah, see, we just wiped off a good chunk of his armor. And then the LRM-20s came in afterwards. Yeah, that worked out well.
Bad news, Commander. More hostiles inbound on your position.
Where are those helicopters?
Company.
Target acquired.
You get another one. That's a big dude. Let's get another one off on him. Probably need a third one. Unless somebody else shoots at him.
Tango down.
Sweating flies. We're still doing good. We're up to an extra 133,000. Everybody's still in good shape, but I think, you know what, we're fine. We want to do another mission today, so... actually, you know what? I don't think we're going to get another mission. Let's just go ahead and do this one for longer. See how many rockets we can throw into a side of a mountain there. Okay, now didn't I see something else over here as the parts fall off? I love that. Alright, we're up to 142.
Let's take that tank apart.
Jump jet fuel.
Lost the lock.
Jump jet fuel empty.
One more should do it.
Target destroyed.
Got him. Alright, we're up to 150 something. 150, we'll just say. Alright, let's see where the next round comes from. We're doing good. Escape's close. Everybody's in good shape. We're way over tonnage, so we're crushing it. We're at 28 minutes as far as I can tell. So we got a couple more minutes, maybe one more wave, and then we'll bail. I don't think we need to bail after one more wave, but just to kind of keep the episode at a reasonable length. Assuming somebody else shows up.
You must have really kicked over the big
Oh, finally.
Commander.
I've just been sitting here counting down time. It's about a minute. Let's see. Is anybody coming? I mean, she said it, but I still don't see anybody. There we go.
Unit prosecuting mercenary mix.
What's range on our howitzer? 900. Nope. Look, we clipped the top of the hill there. We lit everything on fire. That's cool. We'll just kind of sneak around here. All right, we're ready. Oh, and then he jumped. I don't really want to try to get the moving shot. Or, I mean, the jump shot. LRMs come in. Oh. I still missed pretty badly, but it was close enough. Let's stomp that. God, that's a big tank. Can't even see that tank, but he's there somewhere. Got him. And we got him. All right, I took a little bit running past that guy, but I'm okay with that. We didn't take any real damage. All right, so I'm going to bail out, and I will see you back on the ship, and we'll kind of figure out salvage and kind of look at the finances of the episode. All right, so a Wolverine is 3 million for a share cost of 17. I'm going to bust out my calculator here. And I'm going to go 3 million divided by 17. So it's worth, is that right? It says 176,000 per share point. Whereas this LRM-10 is worth 300,000 per, and this is worth 240. So, and these are worth less, right? It's a third less, well, it might be worth a little bit more per point. 2 million divided by 12 is 166,000 less, so a little bit less. So yeah, definitely, tiered items are worth more than mechs are. So we could get a Vulcan out of this if we wanted, but why? You know, we're only getting 166,000. So as long as you're getting more than that per item, you know, so essentially, that's more. Then we start to get into these, right? This is only 100,000 per share. And then we start to get less. Is there anything down here we need? A couple light AC2s wouldn't be too bad. Some chem laser. Yeah, I don't really see anything down there. So those 6 points anyway are our best 6 points. What we could do then is take the Javelin. The Javelin is worth 1,400,000. 1, 2, 3 divided by 9. So he's worth 155,000 per. So that's probably our next best for our last 9. And we'll go with that. So at the end, we got 3 million for our 15 points. And that was, I'll have to go back and look. Whereas cash, insurance taken payout, base payout, negotiated bonus was 1 million for our 4 points that we dumped in, right? It was, yeah, we put 4 points in, 250,000 each. So 1 point was about 250,000 each there, whereas 1 point over here got us about 3 salvage points, and those 3 salvage points were significantly more, I would say. You know, somewhere around 600,000. You know, per salvage point on the Javelin was 155, so that's 3. That's about 450,000 per 1 negotiation point, right? Because 1 negotiation point got us 3 salvage points, so somewhere around 450 versus 250 for the cash. So I would say in this mod, once you get to the point where you are seeing higher tiered items, even tier 2 items like this, you know, it's a right. This is a tier 0. It's only worth 100,000 per point versus 240,000 per point. That's a big jump. So I don't know what that's worth it for you, but that's our little bit of science today. So as always, thanks for watching, guys. Oh, let's look at damage. Let's see how the catapult did. 616 damage in the cat. 315 and 350. So yeah, I think that's almost as much as I did. Now, I wasn't great with it. We missed some pretty bad howitzer shots. What if we were to do... I think the Warhammer is an energy and a projectile in each arm. Now, I don't think it's supposed to be a big projectile. I think it is supposed to be like a medium laser. But you could... Items only take 1 slot in this. What if we could do like a howitzer in one arm and a rack in the other? And then medium lasers are like our backup. I might have to explore that between episodes. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time with some more MechWarrior 5. Cheers.